After more than a decade of waiting, Fallout fans might finally have something to celebrate. According to multiple industry insiders, Fallout 5 has now been officially greenlit for development. While of course that doesn't mean we'll be playing it anytime soon, it does confirm that Bethesda and Microsoft are now seriously prioritizing the next mainline entry in the post-apocalyptic RPG series. And this news probably comes at a very pivotal moment for the franchise. Fallout has exploded in popularity over the past year or so, again thanks to the hit Amazon TV series that's seen over 100 million viewers. And with other projects at ZeniMax and Bethesda unfortunately being shut down to redirect resources, the Wasteland is clearly back in business at the expense of some other amazing projects. Let's break down what this Fallout news really means, what might have been sacrificed to make it happen, and what fans can expect from this upcoming game. But before we get into it, if you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel to stay up to date with all the latest Fallout news. And if you're interested, consider becoming a member on the channel for early access on every video, members only content, your name in the credits, the ability to write in and have your comments featured, and access to the Discord community. The biggest spark for this latest Fallout news comes from the Xbox 2 podcast, where Windows Central's Jez Corden dropped the bombshell. Fallout 5 is no longer just an idea, it's been fully greenlit for production. That's a pretty big leap from where we were not too long ago, when Todd Howard revealed that Fallout 5 existed only as a one-pager. In development terms, that means Bethesda had a general concept for the game, but nothing beyond a broad outline of the game's story and its main concepts. Now, if you believe these rumors, things are supposedly shifting. Fallout 5 being greenlit means actual time, money, and people will be put behind making the game happen. And while it's still in early days of course, this is the first sign that a true sequel to Fallout 4 is finally taking shape. But this greenlight for development of course didn't come out of nowhere, and it didn't come without a cost. Corden also revealed that Microsoft made the tough decision to cancel a years-long MMO project from ZeniMax Online Studios, codenamed Project Blackbird. That game had reportedly been in production since 2018 and was building toward a brand new sci-fi IP with a custom engine. However, in the wake of major layoffs across Xbox studios that included up to 9,000 employees from Microsoft in total, they opted to pull the plug on Blackbird to focus its resources on more surefire hits like the Fallout series. It's obviously a calculated trade-off for them. As Jez Corden also explained, developing a new MMO is a massive risk for any studio, especially when it has to compete with giants like World of Warcraft and even their own The Elder Scrolls Online game. Fallout, on the other hand, is a proven franchise with a built-in fan base, a massive lore foundation, and new momentum thanks to the success of the TV show. In Microsoft's eyes, Fallout is simply the safer bet. I know I can come off pretty biased in this situation because Fallout is one of my favorite series of all time, and I've been dying for another game in the series. The Fallout TV show has been really nice to see, and I'd take really anything they'd give me in the Fallout universe at this point, but I'm really dying to play another mainline Fallout game. And no, Fallout 76 is not what I'm talking about. But on the other hand, I'm not a huge MMO fan in general, but Project Blackbird sounded really cool. I played a little bit of The Elder Scrolls Online just because it's Elder Scrolls, and I had a ton of fun with it. And I was really excited to see what ZeniMax Media would do after what all they've learned over the past several years developing that game, and what they were going to fold into Project Blackbird. It was an interesting project, and I at least wanted to see what it was going to be. One of the more intriguing parts of this entire story is the question of who is actually developing Fallout 5, and according to Jez Corden, that part is still very unclear at the moment. Bethesda Game Studios is currently split between developing post-launch content for Starfield. Their second DLC is expected at least this year, but we haven't heard anything about it yet. But they're also working full steam ahead on The Elder Scrolls 6, which of course still doesn't have a release window but isn't expected before 2027 at this point. That means, they're not a huge studio, so Fallout 5 might not even be developed by the core BGS team. Instead, Microsoft could be assembling a new internal studio to take the reins, or tapping another existing team under the Xbox umbrella to develop this game. Naturally, of course, fans immediately thought of Obsidian Entertainment, and I would love to see another Fallout game for them. They're the studio behind the beloved Fallout New Vegas, but there's no solid info suggesting they're involved, at least not yet. But still, the possibility of a new dedicated Fallout team is very exciting to think about, especially if it means that the franchise gets more attention than it has in recent years. But who else could actually be making the game? It's hard to say right now, of course, but there are plenty of worthy candidates such as Obsidian, who made Fallout New Vegas, of course, and they're the makers of Outer Worlds 2 and Avowed. Then there's Larian Studios, who made Baldur's Gate 3, and Exile, who made Wasteland 3 and is currently working on Clockwork Revolution, or maybe another non-BGS studio studio entirely like the team currently working on Fallout 76 and that game's updates. Because while Bethesda game studios themselves might not have enough resources to undertake all of these projects at once, there are other studios under the Bethesda Softworks umbrella that would be capable of working on the game as well. And maybe I'm saying this out of frustration, but at this point I say please take Fallout away from BGS, because at this point it's crap or get off the pot. The last single player Fallout game was in 2015, almost 10 years ago, and if you're gonna make me wait 20 years, then yeah, I could really care less who makes the game at this point. With the game only now just being greenlit, nobody really knows for sure what Fallout 5 will look like, of course, but that hasn't stopped fans from speculating. Will it return to the single player open world RPG formula of Fallout 3 and 4, or will Bethesda try to blend in online or co-op elements like they did in Fallout 76? For one, I hope it's single player. Could it finally take the series beyond the borders of the United States, maybe over to China like I've seen many of you request in the comment sections of my Fallout videos, and that's where the war originally began, of course. Or maybe we even see the game go over to Europe. Will the game use a revamped version of the creation engine used in Starfield or something new altogether? We really don't know, but it's exciting to talk about. There's also the question of tone and structure for this upcoming game. Fallout 4 leaned more into action and simplified RPG systems, which split the community, of course. Will Fallout 5 actually return to deeper role-playing roots with traits, skill checks, and faction alignment? Maybe. They are just guesses for now, of course, but the opportunity to evolve or return to form is wide open for whoever decides to develop this game, or is given the game, of course. It's worth noting that Fallout 5 isn't the only thing cooking in the Fallout series right now. Just a few weeks ago, VGC's Jordan Midler stated on the Friends Per Second podcast that multiple Fallout projects are currently in development across different studios. One of them is almost certainly the long-rumored Fallout 3 remaster, which was even referenced in leaked internal Bethesda documents during the Microsoft FTC trial back in 2023, and of course that document we've seen over and over again and has proved to be pretty accurate. Another project that I'm absolutely dreaming of is something tied to Fallout New Vegas, especially with the second season of the Fallout TV show confirmed to take place in the Mojave Wasteland. A remaster of Fallout New Vegas or even a spiritual successor could serve as a bridge between Fallout 76 and the eventual launch of Fallout 5. These smaller projects could arrive sooner and keep fans engaged during the long wait for the next mainline entry in the series. It's impossible to talk about the Fallout resurgence at this point without mentioning the TV show. Amazon's Fallout series debuted in April 2024 and became a surprise hit, drawing in hundreds of millions of viewers and introducing an entire new generation to the wasteland. It's a faithful adaptation of the franchise's tone, dark humor, nuclear horror, and all helped boost the player base for Fallout 76, Fallout 4, and even Fallout Shelter at that point. Now, with Season 2 officially wrapping production and set to release in December 2025, the timing couldn't be better. Bethesda and Microsoft seem to realize this as well. A remaster of Fallout 3 or a New Vegas project possibly releasing alongside shortly after maybe Season 3 or 4 of the Fallout TV series could supercharge interest in the franchise and set the stage for Fallout 5 perfectly. To the casual observer, Greenlight might not sound like a big deal, but in the world of AAA game development it means quite a lot. It signals that executives have approved the budgets, timelines, and staff allocations to move forward with this new game. That's not just a pitch or a prototype anymore, it's a real game on the roadmap. It's also a major moral boost for the fan base. Fallout 76 had a very bumpy launch back in 2018, of course, and that left some players in the series disillusioned. And while the game has improved drastically over the last several years, it was never the single-player RPG experience that defined the series and that we all love. Fallout 4, for all its success, came out back in 2015, almost 10 years ago at this point. For those who fell in love with Fallout for its story, exploration, and choices, the wait has been long and very frustrating. Now there's a light at the end of the vault tunnel. Now, when could Fallout 5 actually release? That's the big question, of course, and the bad news is that it's likely still many years away at this point. With The Elder Scrolls 6 expected no earlier than 2027, Fallout 5 probably won't launch until the 2030s, unless it's being handled by a different studio entirely. Absolute best case scenario is probably 2029, and that's probably very optimistic, probably way too optimistic actually. It's probably a lot more likely that it'll fall between 2030 and 2032, at least that's my own personal guess as of right now. There's also the matter of pre-production for this game. Even if it's still greenlit at this time, it takes time to hire staff, build tools, outline design pillars, and produce assets for the game. Unless development has been happening quietly in the background already, Fallout 5 is still in its very early stages of development. The upside of all this though, we'll probably get more Fallout in the meantime. Between Fallout 3 Remaster, possible spin-offs, and the ongoing support for Fallout 76, the wasteland isn't going quiet anytime soon. And my personal prediction for Fallout 3 Remasters will probably get that around 2027, hopefully at least. For several years now, Fallout fans have been refreshing news feeds, watching showcases, and scouring interviews for any sign that Fallout 5 was actually real. Now, thanks to credible reports and podcast leaks, if these rumors are to be believed, we finally know that the game is more than just a fantasy. It's probably on the books, and it might just be happening right now. We don't even know what the game might look like, who's actually developing the game, or when it might actually be released, but we know it's coming. And at this point in the Fallout fandom, that alone is cause for celebration. For this section of the video, let's get into audience inquiries where you can submit your questions, comments, concerns, thoughts, or ideas for future videos. We had 2 audience write-ins for this video, but if you want to write in, head over to the post tab on my channel. That's where the thread for upcoming videos will be posted. The first write-in comes from Scream2378, and they said, where will Fallout 5 take place? And I've got several videos already up on my channel going over this, at least the most requested locations, but as of right now, my guess is San Francisco, if you couldn't tell from the thumbnail of the video. But some of the others that I've heard that people really want to see is Texas, New Orleans, and Chicago. Some have even said New York. I don't know exactly how the lore works around New York, but I think it was in disaster, it was destroyed at some point in the lore, but we don't really know what, I guess, the extent of the damage is around the New York City area. But I don't know. They could really go anywhere with it. Like I said, my guess is San Francisco, and they went there in Fallout 2, of course, so it would be cool to see the location once again. The second and final write-in comes from Michael Morgan 614, and they said, y'all talking about a game that's at least 10 years away? Elder Scrolls 6 is supposed to be the one Bethesda is working on, and it's still years away. And yeah, I pretty much cover anything Fallout related. News, rumors, anything I can talk about, speculate about, I'm pretty much gonna cover. I love the Fallout series, and any chance I get to talk about it, I'm gonna take it. But I just find it fun to talk about, and there's been plenty of people that stop by the videos, and it started a lot of cool discussions. I also love talking about Fallout any chance I get, so yeah, go over to the Fallout videos that I've already posted and make some comments. I try to respond to every single comment I can. And yeah, to your second point, the Elder Scrolls 6 is being worked on at Bethesda Game Studios along the other Starfield expansion, but it's possible that the Fallout series might go to another studio, at least for a spin-off game. We don't really know if Fallout 5 is actually Fallout 5 or if it's really a spin-off game at this point. We're assuming it's Fallout 5 because that's what the rumors were saying on the podcast, but yeah, it's not even guaranteed that Bethesda will actually make the next Fallout game. That's all the write-ins for this video, and like I said before, if you want to write in and be involved in the conversation, head over to the post tab on my channel. All the threads for future videos will be posted there. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel to stay up to date with all the latest Fallout news. And if you're looking for something else to watch, click one of the videos you're seeing on screen right now. I will see you there. Also, a huge thank you to all the amazing channel members.